books on this whole concept of this whole Hebrew thing, as well as Book of the Beginnings, Volume 2, Jeremiah, 1881, where it tells you the Egyptian origins of the Hebrews as traced from the monuments. Another book to get is called Celestial Ship of the North. Celestial Ship of the North by E. Valencia Straighton. Whole chapter on the African origins of the Hebrew race, or the African-Egyptian origin of the Hebrew race. We can go on and on and on, but to build some scholarship, and that's why I don't debate a Negro who just run off at the doggone mouth, and he can't back stuff up. Because we left those records behind for us to get. And that's where I go with them on that. That way that you legitimize yourself by giving them the scholarship, because we left those records behind so the truth could be found. And forget a person in a tradition. A lot of times a person in his tradition is what he is raised in. They have to uphold the tradition even though some things become irrational. Right. Because it's a tradition and they got family involved and all of this, and because it's not a scholarly aspect of common sense and logic, they have to dismiss rationale because of a tradition. And so therefore they will fight you to the end. Even when they read these books, because it's a tradition that's set up on an economical system or a sociological system, they will never come up out of that, not unless they're individuals that want to know the truth.
Ramsey, I'm gonna, the lines are full, so I'm gonna have to take another call.
I got one more quick one. It's real quick.
Okay.
Is it all right?
Go ahead.
I have a theory about like blacks in Americas in terms of our nationality. Now we got people call us so many names: Egyptians, Moors, Israelites.
Yeah.
I personally believe that we have become something totally new. I want to know if you agree with me on that.
Yes, alchemically, that's what the whole concept of the new thing is. We are something totally new based on our alchemical, which the Egyptians said, as good you said, is a very important question. Because even the Schomburg in New York, when studying the African-American history, they say, hey, look, this is a story, when it all is told, this is a story of a redoing of a people. So, yes, we become new, and that's what alchemy. Alchemy is the science of the ancient Egyptians, called a royal art. That means you take something original, and you make a new entity, a new particle out of it, based on the different mixture of bloodlines. We got every bloodline in the tribes of Africa in our blood system, plus we got white, we got Native American, we got different things, and what happens is we become what is called a new entity. Not a lesser entity, but a much more powerful entity because it's made new. You access all processes of the human kingdom in which you did when you originally started out. Now you got it all. Not only do you have the original bloodline, but you now have the offsprings of the evolution of whatever these races became around the world. You see what I'm saying? So, which makes it a super atom. We're a super being. That's what the new Superman is. The Superman is a divine mutation. It's called transmutation. Where you take an original particle, that's what's talking about in the X-Men, and you transmutate it over the course of millions of years until you become a super atom. And that's what's happening with black people right now. It's not by mistake that one of the brothers from the free throw line at the dunk contest this year dunked the ball with a Superman suit on.
Yeah.
That's that whole thing that went down with Barry Bonds. It wasn't about no doggone steroids. It was about he tapped into a latent part of the melanin that made him a Superman. You see what I'm saying? Because my point here was he was not on steroids when he broke the record because they tested for steroids and tested for that since 2002. So steroids, and why is he breaking the record? When they're saying steroids are supposed to riddle the body, whereas you get weaker after you get off of them. That is the super atom. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
And so yes, we are new people.
All
right,
thank you, Ramsey.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go to another caller here.